So we're all raring to go again. In life, of course, there's so much more important than this game, and yet this game feels so important. It is crucial, imperative that the teams harbouring ambitions to go a long way come smoothly out of the blocks here, and it's all building up very nicely. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Oh, that's a key interception. It's run loose here. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, we hardly need reminding, Jim, of the strengths of David Beckham. He could play a huge part in the outcome of this game.
Yeah, he's one of a kind, isn't he, Peter? No one could match his accuracy or technique in delivering the ball. On top of that, you have his great fitness levels getting up and down the pitch, and his big game mentality, and his quiet leadership. Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
That's the keeper's ball. O'Shea. Looking for options for movement. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. He's in plenty of space here. Khan deals with that, nice and simple. That's a sharp pass. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Mahmoud Bagan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
O'Shea, Pele, Xavi Alonso. Now it's Pele. No, it's come to nothing. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. No, that's...
Oi.
Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Now that looks a decent ball. Havertz receives it in a wide position. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Now that is commitment to the cause.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And now they can spring out of defence. Beckham. Pele. That's a good ball out wide. Not where it came from. Oh, important interception. Well, and we've reached half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Reflections on the first half?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well, and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. The second half is up and running.
Mahmoud Bagan are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Beckham. Kagawa. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Little doubt, that is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Opts for safety. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Havertz.
Sure.
Bolivia can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
O'Shea attempts a clearance. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think both teams can help themselves massively with better movement up front, Peter. There's just not enough happening at the moment. And essentially, their job is to find space, and that needs to start happening. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And here's Vinicius Junior. He's having a shot! And that's a sharp finish. And that could well be the winner.
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Mahmoud Bagan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Substitution in progress.
Bolivia choosing to make the first change. So a couple of front-footed alterations here, a pair of forwards entering the field.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
It's Pele! And a neat finish. And there's the goal they've been looking for. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
So that's two now without reply.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Lovely feet. Some resolute defending there.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. He's been doing ever so well, just reacting faster.
Mohun Bagan have time on their side now, as well as a two-goal lead. It is just about done. And he's picked out the run. Great ball, and he's in. Vinicius Junior! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Substitution on the field. Number 29.
Corner number 2 then.
Coming on to replace him is number 20, Mbappe.
And that has been knocked clear. Alonso! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Four added minutes has been indicated.
Oh no, what has happened here? And the counter is on. He can run onto that. It's not an especially good pass, that. And that will be it. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Pele taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
For your safety.
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Well, hello and welcome to you all on this opening day. Two teams, each seeking the perfect pick-me-up start at the expense of each other. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle.
Well, Peter, I'm looking forward to seeing a player who has brought some new skills to the game. Ronaldinho. He looks one way and passes the other. Unconventional and cheeky, but always, always an enjoyable watch.
Yeah, he's playing beach football on the grandest stage of all.
The entertainer.
Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Alexander-Arnold is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Ronaldinho getting forward. Now then, the ball's come loose. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. Casapia with the corner, there first. They've played it short. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Mohun Bagan have the chance to go the other way. Looking for options for movement. Oh, this looks sharp. Ronaldinho. Nice bit of trickery. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Casapia really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
And here's Eto'o. And that is expertly dealt with. And the shot! Goal! The first significant strike. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Number 9,
Casapia are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip. Mohun Bagan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Oh, what has happened here?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, that has not gone well. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. The ball's gone astray. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's there to get it away. Deftly away. And it's Puyol. Pelé shoots! Dispatched clinically. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Now it's Lewandowski. Beckham. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Ederson looking to pass their way up the pitch. Good ball, good take. Great chance! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
And the referee has blown for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Mahun Bagan will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser, so this isn't bad at all.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And so the action is resumed. And that was very necessary. Rice tries to play it through, and the finish! Oh, that wasn't far away.
I had to pass.
Beckham to take it as usual. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And it's Robertson. Goes looking wide.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
That is good progress on the left. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
That's where it came from. Real chance! And it's in! And they've got their lead back. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
It's a good run, this, one that is high in energy. This looks promising. And a chance! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Ronaldinho can so cleverly bypass the press. And he's gone looking for safety.
Substitution on the field. Number 29, Kai Havertz. Coming on the field is number 26.
Aimed at the far side. Quality ball. He's having a hit! Now that was quite some save.
Well, it was an ambitious attempt, but it'll keep the defence on its toes at least.
Corner number 2 then.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Robert Lewandowski. Number 21, Pele. Number 41, Rice. Number 18, Xabi Alonso.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that.
Number 9,
I think the
Shevchenko.
message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Number 22, O'Shea. Substitution.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
tries from a long way out. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
This is why he's so highly regarded. Absolutely fantastic.
Corner number 3 coming up. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Takes a shot! And he's there to belt it away.
Added time.
And the pass is intercepted. Barella has good running with the ball, showing great feet there. Eto'o, he's picked his way through. There you have it. The referee says that time is up. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So straight into the action. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, it would have to be the highly rated Dean House.
And the shots! They've scored! The ideal start!
That's the perfect confidence boost they needed. Brilliant.
He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless.
Number 29, Kai Havertz.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Great defending, strong and determined. Robertson. Now it's Pele. Now that looks a decent ball. Rice. Shapes to shoot! And it's in! Not one, but two. It is a dream start. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Lewandowski.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Baresi. Mohun Bagan have scored 2 quick goals here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. Havertz. Beckham. He's a sharp little ball here. Can he finish? They want to be quick to recover this. Drogba was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now it's Lewandowski. Neymar tries to thread one through. Counts in acres of space out wide. And he shoots! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And he's there to get it away.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
And this is Lewandowski. Cross from... There's the header! He will be livid with himself.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Alexander-Arnold to Bruno Fernandes. Hakimi. Now Howson, and that's gone loose. Oh, shooting chance!
That's going to
And it's there! Up 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes.
The goal scorer.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
And yes, it's him again. A case now of complete control. Bruno Fernandes. Mohun Bagan looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 4. Shevchenko! It is a very, very good save.
Well, talking about playing into your opponent's hands, that kind of thing is not going to get them back into this game.
They've played it short. McAllister aims beyond the defence. And it's Neymar. Mohun Bagan have the chance to go the other way. Havertz.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Hakimi. Oh, good spread. And it's Kaut. It's a good run down the right. He is through here. Kaut. He's had a shot! Loose ball now. Oh, he's been caught napping. And the keeper couldn't hold it. Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kickoff.
Mohun Bagan absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Mohun Bagan are relentlessly steamrollering their way to victory then. 3 goals scored without reply. So straight into the second half. Probing part. Shot, surely! And he's stuck it away! Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
So could they be onto something here? Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Pele. And he's worked it through. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Mohun Bagan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
That is good alertness.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Couch. Oh, beautifully shaped. Chance for a shot! And no mistake.
Yeah.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Number 25.
Barcelona now just needing one.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Oh, super find. Shot shoots! Superb from Pele! That is a gem! An absolute gem! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Goal! After 71
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Pele.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Pass somewhat off target. Lewandowski looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Number 17.
Barcelona have opted to make another change here.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace. It's
Drogba! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
well, at least they're showing some positive intent now, Peter. That's the sort of urgency that's required when you do go behind.
Drogba.
That pressing is so good. It's nice and early.
Triol.
Oh.
Now he's running away. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now that's well seen too. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Dani Olmo. Looking for the run. Rice, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Great chance! And that's a sharp finish. And there is his 30th goal. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
There's
Substitution for
somebody at
Barcelona.
home.
Number 11.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Number 14.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Substitutions taking place.
Howson.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, this looks sharp. Played out to the left flank. He's having a shot! And he couldn't quite make it 6.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Terrific effort! No, not the best of headers. Alexander-Arnold. So that's it. It is all over. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's down to business here. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Robert Lewandowski. He's just about the perfect...
Shoots! He's scored! And what a start!
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So, a breakthrough already. Pelé. He has a look up. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
It's offside.
Beckham. It's Xabi Alonso. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's a lovely, neat pass. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, this looks sharp. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That is good alertness. Howson. This is a promising build-up. Van Basten! Goal! Portugal are level. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Portugal restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
That's a good ball. Havertz showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Knocks it into space. And the shot! And he should have made them pay.
Mohamed Salah deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Portugal with the corner, they're first. He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Threads one in. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Cleared away. Spread it left. Lewandowski. Pelé conjures time and space where few can. Rice. Ferry gets it clear. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And it's Robertson. Guardiola. And here's the chance to counter. No, that's been intercepted. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Khan chooses to deal with it himself. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Puyol. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, Jim, they've both had their moments.
Well, it sets up a very entertaining second half, Peter. Who's going to make the first move, trying to win this, and how they might find a way to sustain good pressure.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And so the action is resumed. Now it's Lewandowski. And here's Lewandowski. That has not gone well. Out towards the flank. Lewandowski does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Now that looks a decent ball. And this is Pele! Great vision. Pele, great chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Pele is offering a wry smile there.
And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Portugal are looking to go forward now. And he's picked out the run. He's in one-on-one. Goal! Portugal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Substitution for Portugal, number 15, Robert Lewandowski.
So we have movement on both benches.
Coming on the field is
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
substitution
It's so
in
often the
progress.
case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Ricky Puig. Nuno Mendes. Mendes is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Can he get it through? Vinicius Junior was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Good running, strong and purposeful. Shot a goal! And that would have been game, set and match.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
And it's Salah. Dink through. Nice interception, well timed.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Now it's Mohamed Salah.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
요거 골 그랬거든요. 피바 쭈룩. I think the sound is not coming right.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So that's got things underway. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the man is an absolutely born chance!
And here's Messi.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
Baresi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, good climb! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
And it's Dembele. That's an imaginative pass. Tries to cross. And it's a goal! Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Mohun Bagan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Dembele ventures forward. Dembele. A lot of... And a chance! And no mistake. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely...
Havertz! Havertz made a good run there.
I think there were a few doubts for a split second, Peter, as to whether he was offside. I think he really got away with one there.
Now he's got space here. Well read, nice interception.
Mohun Bagan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Iniesta plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And smartly reclaimed. Havertz. And he cuts out the supply. Oh no, he's got that wrong. That is a great pick out. Deftly away. Kimmich charging forward down that flank. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And he is going into that little black book.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
That is some save from Khan. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? 40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Can he get it through? And this is Lewandowski. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Rice, and the pass is intercepted. Now it's Darwin. Iniesta. He is through here. And that signals the end of the first period. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
The boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those 2 goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game, and it's easier said than done, as we know.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So, into the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Koeman calmly anticipates. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. Roberto Carlos! No, not quite. Havertz is onto this. Can he finish? Oh, good finish. It is an explosive start to the second half. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Just 1 in it now.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
So we've reached the hour mark. And this is Dembele.
Dembele really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Nunez shapes to shoot. Oh, it's a stunning goal! A finish of true class. A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So the lead now is 2.
They've seen the light and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Oh, brilliant stop from Courtois! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Substitution on the field. Number 23.
Mohun
Darwin
Bagan
Núñez.
with their first corner, the
Number
first in the game for either
21,
side, actually.
Dembele. Number
And it's
17,
hoisted clear.
Vitinha. Coming on the field. Number
Oh, that was
22,
vital.
Mbappe.
Iniesta
Number
clears without
13,
hesitation.
Neymar. Number 6.
Looking for options. It's Pele! Another one of football's and how moments.
Well, they've got a big enough job on their hands as it is, Peter. They really need to be putting those chances away.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Oh, it's come loose. Alonso. And now they can spring out of defence. Now there's a fine ball. Threatening run, but a measured piece of goalkeeping.
Ah, Peter, that's as decisive as it comes. The keeper got everything right in that instance.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Mohun Bagan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Foot in.
There will be
Baresi.
5 minutes added time.
5 minutes to add. Now it's Beckham. Oh, that's well spotted. Now, can they get him away? Oh, and the shot! And that's a sharp finish. Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist?
Number 29.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency. And we're done. Mohun Bagan perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. So there it is. What struck you most? Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things already rolling.
He's not the type to hog the limelight, but Angelo Peruzzi is a man I always thought worthy of praise.
Well, listen, Jim, few would question his record or his reputation, but I wonder what you think stands out about him.
Well, consistency for one, Peter, but I also like the calm aura he exudes. He'll go out of his way to make everything look effortless. He firmly believes that gave him the psychological edge.
And that has been cleared. Nice interception, well timed. Brazil have the chance to go the other way. Vinicius Junior. A lot of space ahead of him. Looking for a corner. Robertson getting this one clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Good ball, good take. Oh, good effort. Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Looking to play him in. Semenyo in acres of space out wide. He's dealt with that really well.
Well, you'd expect nothing less from him, Peter.
O'Reilly did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
O'Reilly simply refused. Rice! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Could move up a gear here. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Baresi. And Robertson. Pelé. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, good spread. Cafu. Cross to the back post. Cleared away. Semenyo. And here's Mbappe. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up. He's having a hit! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Stood up well to him there. That's destined for the flank. Little pass back. Kagawa. Oh, he's bustling through here. Pelé. Big chance! It's in!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And that is indeed the final act. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Mohun Bagan with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0. Away we go again.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Picks a can he finish? And he hits the net. Brazil are back in business. Was there ever any doubt?
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
After 50 minutes is number 18, Ousmane Dembélé. Ousmane Dembélé. Ousmane Dembélé.
Brazil restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
O'Reilly. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Olmo. And here's Mbappe. Now the ball's gone astray. And he's had it nicked away. Rice tries to thread one through. Semenyo gets into a good position. Played in. And he's managed to beat absolutely everyone. Mbappe looking for options for movement. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Saliba, Kukçu. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's shifting through the gears, decent chance!
Vinicius Junior made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
Substitution for Brazil, number 42.
Brazil can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Kukçu is always scanning the pitch for targets. And here's Yamal, always onto this. Alexander-Arnold. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Xavi Alonso. Dani Olmo makes the interception. Mbappe looking for the chance to skim one in from range. And that is a little undercooked. And it's Lewandowski. Just about up to 75 minutes. Now it's Mbappe. Can he get it through? He's through here. Referee's given a throw.
Substitution for Brazil. Number 24, Dani Olmo. Number 10, Vinicius Junior.
That's been slipped through. That's tidy. O'Reilly shapes to shoot! And he's following up!
Well, if they're looking to win this, they're certainly going about things the right way.
Beckham. That's a lovely, neat pass. And the shot! Oh, what has happened here? And for a moment, time stood still.
Substitutions taking place.
Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
Peruzzi gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And he's straight offside. Not the most convincing of passes. Pass somewhat off target. Serginho. Matheus Cunha.
Such good technique.
Cristiano Ronaldo. He's found a way through. Lewandowski pinches it off him. And that's that. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Pelé voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
I'd like to draw your attention.
Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, Peter, I suppose it's something. Not ideal for either side, of course, although if you look at the overall balance of things, neither did enough to win this, and I think the result is...
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, Jim, there he is, the much-storied Gabriel Batistuta. Fair to say, I think he will be a handful.
Well, talk about an understatement, Peter. He's Argentina's greatest number 9, without doubt. I don't think I've ever seen anyone strike the ball with such violence, if I can put it like that. We might well be seeing his iconic celebration in the next couple of hours.
Now it's Lewandowski. Fernandez gets across and deals with it. And that's a dangerous ball. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Fernandez. It's Rashford! Well, he's had a decent crack at it.
Just couldn't quite control it. Nothing wrong with the height and the contact.
Oh, can he get onto this? He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Argentina! The first significant strike. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Argentina are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Looking to play him in. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Knocks it into space. Goes for a shot! And he's stuck it away. And the lead lasts no time at all.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
And the pass is intercepted. And it's Fernandez. Batistuta. And a chance! Goal! Argentina! And they get themselves in front!
Batistuta.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And that is a little undercooked. Mohun Bagan are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Caicedo. This is a promising build-up. And he's in on goal! McAllister! That's another chance! And yes, it's there! They are purring, truly purring! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
Big chance! Well, it's a fair try, but just off target. Argentina with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Cleared without hesitation. Lewandowski. Now it's Kagawa. And here's Batistuta. Now it's Kagawa. That's a nicely shaped ball. Pele, he's through on goal here. The referee says that is that for the first half. So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And we get things going again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Referee's given a throw. Now it's Lewandowski. Great chance! In he goes again! No, just not quite.
Well, he's missed a very good chance there. He might have got a little too much on that.
McAllister getting forward. Batistuta. Shot a goal!
ये किया था पैर के
Yes!
बीच से बॉल निकल जा रहा है
With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
And yes, it's him again. Argentina visibly comfortable, now up by 3. Cafu tries to play it through.
Just needs a little bit of fine-tuning.
Caught offside that time.
Substitution on the field.
But no
Number
goal.
26.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
And it's Drogba. Rashford.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And here's Batistuta. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Has a look and plays it forward. Mohun Bagan still have the cards to affect this game. And the through ball. Oh, super ball! Lewandowski gets flagged offside. Great vision. Alexander-Arnold wants to run onto this. And Batistuta! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Pele. Plays a sharp little ball here. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Batistuta. Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
I am rushing the game.
Number
It's
7.
slow.
Coming on the
So
field.
now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Fernandez is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. And he plays one through. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And that's it. Mohun Bagan cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way. Lewandowski becomes the latest member of the 300 club. Another feather in his cap in what has become a fine career. And he shoots! Marvellous goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Totti, and that has left him in a heap. Pele, nice interception, well timed. Kimmich,
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
and he's worked it through, and he's managed to get free. Can he finish? I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Baresi, Robertson, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Zanetti. Can he get it through? Now it's Kimmich. And that's been drilled in. Fallen! And it's come back out to him. Oh, good finish. And they're threatening to fly away here. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
Manchester United are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it. Mahmoud Bagan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Cruyff, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Roberto Carlos, Rijkaard. And here's Cruyff. Oh, such a clever touch. He's having a hit! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Cafu is there to clear. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. And back to the goalkeeper.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Now it's Totti. Robertson simply refused to be outdone there. Pele, he has found a way through. Totti does really well to win the ball there. Oh, good-looking ball.
2 added
Right
minutes
card.
has been indicated.
Now, can they get him away? Great ball, and he's in here. Now, that's a fine challenge. And the referee says that is that for the first half. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Substitution.
So off we go again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Roberto Carlos drives forward on the overlap. It's Roberto Carlos! And it's been hooked away. Robertson. Nicely weighted ball. He won't be happy with that one. This might spell danger.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Oh, well played, well played. And he can thump it away. Baresi looking for options for movement. Kimmich. And it's Roberto Carlos. It's run loose here. He's found a way through. Pele. He's having a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Substitution on the field. Number 26.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Robert Lewandowski. Number 21. Pele. Number 23. Beckham. Number
Manchester
18.
United have the chance to go the other way.
Coming on the field. Number 29.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
That has been cut short. Roberto Carlos.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Manchester United ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Rijkaard gets over and intercepts.
This is the time you need that pace.
And here's Shevchenko. Robertson. And that is well cleared. It's a good run down the right. Stood up well to him there. Zanetti, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Could be danger here.
What the heck?
Cafu, Drogba, he is through here. Pele can see things others simply cannot. And now they can clear their lines.
There will be 1 minute.
So just
added
one
time.
extra minute for stoppages. Mateus, he's shifting through the gears here. And the referee brings it to a close.
Sure.
Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job.
And we come
How
to
do you look
now
back on the
with a
game
quick
then, Jim?
request for
Mahun
support
began
for our
desperately
charity fund,
failing
Chance
to
into
impose
Football.
themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
Okay. Why not Troy? Just fuck. 3, 1, 8.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
Hello,
it might not
everybody,
feel like
and
that.
welcome to today's
The stadium
match.
is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter.
It's Alonso! Well, now it's a race for the... Oh, he's been caught on it! And the finish! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Son Heung-min actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Santos with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Keeper's dealt with that. Hangs one in. Mohun Bagan have the chance to go the other way. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
It's offside.
Great vision. Now he's running away. He has a look out. Leicester deals with that comfortably.
So, what's the
Bale. And it's Bale. He's felt that, hasn't he? Little doubt, that is a foul. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Not too many have the power or indeed the accuracy from this range. Would he dare to have a go? Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Neymar. Good running, strong and purposeful. Look at the space here. Rice, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And he's lost his man here. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
Mohun Bagan yet to have an attempt on goal. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? An uncompromising challenge. Roberto Carlos. Beckham finding himself in space. Kagawa. Can he finish? They've scored! And we have liftoff. Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Mohun Bagan have taken the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
De Ligt kept his eye on it, and he's there. He won't be happy with that one.
Mohun Bagan can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Owen!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Nesta has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. But it is clear to see he's not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And that brings the first half to a close.
1-0. I have
So
to
a
keep it like
steady,
this.
solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Mohun Bagan coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Mohun Bagan can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Conte. Looking to play him in. He's found the judge, surely! And he should have made them pay.
Lewandowski deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
That's been cut out, well played. Pinches it off him. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Threads one in. Roberto Carlos picks it up out wide. And he's taking no chances there. But they've got it again. Now the ball's gone astray. Son Heung-min. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well read, and the danger is averted. Nesta getting this one clear. Beckham. Now it's Kagawa. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
And it's Neymar. Can he get on the end of this? And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. And he's well positioned here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
1-0 as we head towards the end.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Looking for options for movement. Lewandowski!
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Beckham. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Pelé taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Mahmoud Bagan, honestly, could have done themselves a real favour by trying to make more of what they had in the minutes after the goal. But with the control they had, they were never really under threat of losing this, Peter.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good...
Salve, bonjour.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's away we go then.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who'll need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Open spaces.
Looking for options for movement. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Someone I really like a lot, Peter, is Matthijs de Ligt. You can't get much better than him when it comes to taking the ball up the pitch into midfield and then linking up with his midfielders and his attackers, sometimes driving even further forward. He really is amongst the very best in the world at doing this.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Zanetti. That's a sharp pass. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. Couldn't squeeze it through. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. And the through ball. And that's gone behind for a goal kick.
Squeezing.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Kagawa was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Robertson is one whose deliveries we all know about.
Oh,
Zico supplying. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 19, Zico. Coming on to replace him is number 23, Beckham.
Triol. Cafu. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Now it's Pelé. Rijkaard, very much a man of this moment, and he was quick to react. Aimed beyond the defence, and no, that was never going to make it. Scholes. Beckham. Xavi Alonso, Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there.
There will be one
Cafu.
added time.
Tries to pass it through. Pelé! It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition, something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. Back on the way then.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Oh, good, and the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Rummenigge. Goalless still, and either side really getting onto the front foot. Now it's Beckham. That's a shade optimistic. Cruyff. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. And that was nowhere near his best. Scholes. And he cuts out the supply. Robertson. Now, what about a counter-attack? Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. And he's quick to get rid. Nicely weighted ball. De Ligt cuts it out. Beckenbauer. And it's Cruyff. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Cruyff. Beckham. Looking for the run. And this is Lewandowski. Shoots! And no mistake. And that could well be the winner.
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Mohun Bagan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Substitution for Barcelona, number 7, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Mohun Bagan have taken the lead.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Substitution in progress.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. It's a good spell of possession, this. Beckham. Passing is crisp and sharp. Law, great chance! And the difference is still one, but only just.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
And it's hoisted clear. He's having a hit! And this is Scholes. Baresi attempts a clearance. Time and again they are repelled.
Barcelona really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
2 minutes has been indicated.
Oh, this looks sharp. Cruyff. And drive! And that's it. They chased and chased, but it wasn't to be. Mohun Bagan have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And we're underway.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course...
Decent chance! Superb goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Mohun Bagan leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Now that looks a decent ball. Beckham.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Rummenigge. Forlan. It's a pretty loose pass. Tries to play it through. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Cafu, Rice, Pele. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Rice is wide and looking to get onto this. pinches it off him. Rijkaard gets over and intercepts. Approaching the half-hour mark. He can run onto that. Shapes to shoot! And it's come back out to him. Baresi clears without hesitation. That has been cut short. And it's Messi. And here's Forlan. He is through here. They want to be quick to recover this. And he gets rid in a hurry. Rice. And he thumps it clear.
Mahmoud Bagan really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Pele. Great ball and he's in. Shot a goal! It's a goal! And this is getting better and better. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Mohun Bagan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach.
And the whistle goes for half-time.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Mohun Bagan looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. And this is Lewandowski.
Lewandowski really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball.
Pele! Relentless! Just relentless! It's all becoming so easy. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
A case now of complete control. Now it's Kagawa.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And it's Neymar! And that is a truly outstanding save.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift. How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Nicely weighted ball. Oh, this looks sharp. He's a sharp little ball here. Messi. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Lewandowski. Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Substitutions taking place.
Mohun Bagan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Beckham. Can he get it through? Neymar. Pass somewhat off target. And this is Drogba. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. And it's Rice. Some resolute defending there. Half an hour gone in the second half. Now it's Forlan. And it's lofted through here. And it's made its way to him. He's Rummenigge!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he can clear it away. Rijkaard plays it all the way forward. Mohun Bagan are almost home and dry now. Looking for the... and the shots! Deftly away. They're Back in possession and ready to go again. Beckham tries one from range. And that is great goalkeeping. And we have our very first corner. Khan gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. And now they can spring out of defence.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Rijkaard. Costa Curta. Now, can they get him away? And that will be it. Mohun Bagan can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's down to business here.
I don't think there's a player out there, Peter, who is as tactically flexible as Francesco Totti. Of course, we know him best as a number 10 or a deeper line forward.
And does history record him as the first player really to play that kind of false nine role?
Yeah, I think that's right. And he was able to do that because of his great physicality to go with that wonderful technique. Who would have thought at the time that he would start a global trend?
Chance, surely! And he's done it!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
The goal scorer.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Mohun Bagan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Kagawa. Alexander-Arnold. And Rafinha. Collier. And the pass is intercepted. Rafinha. Xabi Alonso makes the interception. Cafu.
Mohun Bagan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And it's Robertson. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Baresi demonstrating his defensive quality there. Oh, that's fabulous.
Pretty robust defending.
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And he's going to have his name taken. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
Pele. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Mane. Collar! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Alexander-Arnold with the short one. Crosses it in. Khan deals with that nice and simple. Mohun Bagan are looking to go forward now. Alexander-Arnold.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Mane, now there goes for a shot! And he should have made them pay.
One of the best passes I think we've seen in this game. A real wake-up call for this defence, who were caught off guard.
Robertson. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Caught offside that time. Pele. And this is Lewandowski. Cafu. Bonucci kept his eye on it, and he's there.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
And the whistle goes for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Mohun Bagan go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So straight into the second half.
Mahmoud Bagan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew it.
Shot a goal! Van Dijk. Mohun Bagan still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. And it's Mane. Kola, never the sort to be shot shy. Xavi Alonso. Rice, looking to pass their way up the pitch. And here's Lewandowski. Now that looks a decent ball, but he's made sure that's not getting through.
Mahmoud Bagan really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Beckham has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Beckham. Lewandowski. Now it's Pele. Great chance! And it's in! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And that has been knocked clear.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And here's Totti. Totti going face-to-face with his great rival. Now it's Rafinha. That is great defending, so alert.
Substitution in progress.
Hearts can now introduce the first of their substitutes. And there's going to be a major shake-up in the attack here.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Number 26, Kagawa. Coming on to replace him is number 20, Didier Drogba. Substitution on the field. Number 21, Pele. Number 10, Robert Lewandowski. Number 41,
5 minutes left on the clock.
number 23, Beckham. Coming on the field.
And it's Robertson.
Number 29, Kai Havertz.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Number 7.
Well, that might be
number
that,
8,
Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
No, he wasn't going to be fooled. And he's quick to snatch it back. Looking for options for movement. 4 extra minutes added on. Now, can they get him away? Semenyo is wide and looking to get onto this. Now, who's going to be first to this? And that is as much time as there will be. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts, highly entertaining until the very end. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.